Welcome everyone, I'm Regina, your host for Bitcoin.com Web3 Gaming Series, where we will bring you exclusive interviews with Web3 gaming developers to uncover the hottest scoops, the latest updates, and future developments in their game. And today, we have a very special guest, the CEO of Sol Arena. Hello there, James Al. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you?
Of course, thank you for having me. I'm very good.
Great. Okay, so before we dive into the game itself, James, we would like first to start a little bit about you. So can you share a bit about your background and how you get involved in the Web3 gaming?
Sure. Well, in a lot of ways, almost everything I've done in life has led up to this. I used to play a game called Ultima Online. I started playing MMOs when I was 9 years old. Ultima Online is like the first MMOs that exists. And it was the wild, wild west of MMOs where you could kill people, you could take their stuff, you could kind of like loot people, you could loot people's houses. And it was a very free world. And in a lot of ways, it's very similar to what we're seeing in crypto today. So I've just always loved games because of that. I spent most of my teen years in an MMO and not in real life. And I thought that MMOs were going to be kind of the future of everything. It didn't quite end up being the case because MMOs kind of went more towards theme park style, like World of Warcraft, and they moved away from like the free open world stuff of Ultima Online. But that kind of upbringing is why I think there's so much potential in crypto today. I also started a business when I was in high school called thebattlebegins.com, a way for players to wager money playing kind of any popular game that they wanted. So we had like Counter-Strike was on the platform. We had Dota back when Dota was still on Warcraft 3. FIFA, Madden, all that stuff. So it was a way for players to play those games for real money. So this is pre-crypto. This is like back in 2007. Players could go onto the website, schedule a match, play like Halo. So after you schedule, you go over to your TV, you really kind of play the game, and then you come back and you submit the results. And we used PayPal, so people had to send money to our account through PayPal. And it's funny because we actually we ran into two problems. With PayPal, they were like, hey, you guys are doing gambling. That's illegal. And then they locked our account. Then we had to go to our lawyers, and our lawyer had to write them a letter like, no, these are games of skill. It's technically not considered gambling, all this kind of stuff. Eventually, they unlocked our account. And then later, we ran into another problem where EA and Activision then sent us cease and desist letters saying, hey, do not use our IP for kind of this gambling, wagering stuff. So I did all that when I was in high school. I actually ended up selling the business later because I was always going to go to university and stuff like that. And then I got back into crypto more heavily in 2021 with a NFT collection. Those NFTs were kind of just popping off. One of my favorite influencers, Gary Vaynerchuk, he launched VFriends. So I was like, oh, there's this NFT thing. What's this about? I had actually been in crypto since 2014 because I used to arbitrage Bitcoin. But I got into NFTs in 2021, and I was already working on a project at the time called Chillchat. I had just moved to Bangkok. I was kind of starting a new life here. I'm in America, and I was working on a mobile app called Chillchat, which was meant to be it was a pixel art metaverse, but it was a metaverse before metaverse was a word, like before metaverse was a really popular term. And we were really looking to basically be the pixel art 2D version of Roblox on the mobile phone. So once all the NFT stuff started happening, once I saw what Gary Vaynerchuk was doing, I was like, oh, hey, this would actually really be suitable for Chillchat, which is a product that I was building on my own. It was an indie project that I was building on my own. So I remember as I was looking at the NFT market, I DM'd one of my co-founders at 3 a.m. in the morning. I was like, hey, we should pivot to NFTs and we should pivot to crypto. And I actually still have those DMs to this day. We did then pivot. We made it so that people could create pixel art characters in the game, and we raised money from that. So we went off and started doing a fundraising. We ended up raising a total of $8.69 million through 3 different rounds. It was a pre-seed round, a seed round, and then a seed token round. So 3 rounds, and then we started building. And then unfortunately, as we were building, we kind of realized, this metaverse thing is not really a thing. A lot of people said that they wanted it, but once it really came down to it, no one actually really wanted it. And of course, even Facebook tried to build their own with, I can't remember what they called it, Horizon or something like that. Facebook had their own metaverse. Yeah, they had their own Facebook metaverse called Horizon or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah. So anyways, the world at large kind of figured out, metaverse is not really a thing. People don't want to just sit online all day in these like virtual rooms. Or if they did, there was already quite a few. Like there was already VR chat that was very popular. There was already Roblox or Minecraft that were really popular. Yeah. So then we, in the end, decided, okay, let's pivot out of this. Let's get into gaming because nobody wants metaverse, but we feel like we can make games that actually have a real purpose. So we moved into Web3 gaming.
Yeah. When you were sharing your journey, your story, your background, I can see the problem. Like when you mentioned the PayPal restriction, the centralization. But when in crypto, that we are decentralized, right? And it's really amazing that you integrate your favorite hobby because you are a fan of gaming. But I was curious because as I check your background, I see that you're very into the MMO. But my question now is what inspired the creation of Soul Arena? Because it's really a classic game. Yeah, and also can you tell when the game released or started?
Yeah. So we officially released open beta in September. It was September 20th, and that was the first day of Solana Breakpoint last year. So September 20th, 2024. Solana Breakpoint, they run an event every single year. It's the biggest Solana event there is. It was in Singapore last year, and we decided that we wanted to launch and we wanted to be able to show people something at Solana Breakpoint. So as I mentioned before, like kind of throughout the history of my life, it's been either gaming or finance, or I did a little bit of wagering for a project when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And it kind of all circled back to today where we now have the technology to actually do this stuff, right? So before I got cease and desist because I didn't own the game. It was games made by EA or Activision. PayPal didn't allow the free flow of money on the internet. With crypto as it is now, and with the fact that we raised money, we realized that, or I should say, I realized that I can create my own game and I can all the stuff that I wanted to do before and kind of house all that into Soul Arena. But the real trigger was actually Pump.Fun. So when Metaverse kind of died and NFTs died, we mostly pivoted to like traditional gaming. We were just going to build traditional triple I or triple indie or maybe like single I games. That's kind of what our target was. But as we saw what Pump.Fun was doing and how active the community was becoming again, it really looked like the second era of NFTs. And of course, we're seeing that meme coins are kind of dying off now as well.
Yes.
But something core is still there, which is that people like to do these degenerate activities on crypto, right? So whether it's degenerate activities trading NFTs or trading meme coins, people like to risk something and potentially get something in return.
Yes,
and
of course.
That, I would say, is what really brought us full circle back to Soul Arena, where our vision now is to merge casual gaming, as you said, like these kind of classical games. Casual games, very easy to play games that anyone can play. It doesn't require like a really strong PC, could go on any mobile phone. And then connect that with crypto wagering and hopefully actually spawn a new genre from that. I've actually seen the other way. I've seen casual games like Monopoly Go or some of the slots games. Slots games are on the mobile phone.
Yeah, for casinos,
Right. But the weird thing is these slots games, you can't actually win any money because it's a mobile phone game. So there's no real gambling. So, but they're still very popular. People are spending money on in-app purchases and all this kind of stuff, even though they can't win money. So you think that that's very strange, right? Like most people spend money in a casino because they hope to be able to make money. But now people are spending money on it, but they can't actually win any money. So what that tells me is that the dopamine and the enjoyment of the art is actually more important.
Yeah.
And casual games really excel at that. How can we take now then casual games, particularly of like the real-time multiplayer, because I grew up playing MMOs, so I really like real-time multiplayer games. How do we take the real-time casual multiplayer games and move them the other direction into kind of the casino gambling industry? Now, we don't want to be fully gambling with like slot machines and pure chance. We want enough skill involved where gamers will now have the edge. Whereas right now, if you look at like Pump.Fun or some of the stuff that happens in crypto, the people who have the edge are the influencers or the KOLs or the trading cabals or the circles, right? They have insider information or they know when whales are buying. Here, it could be gamers and guilds that have an edge. So I think that's very interesting. And ultimately, we were inspired by Pump.Fun to see how can we do something that's similar to Pump.Fun in that you can do degenerate activity, but how can we make it an actual game?
Yeah. I think it's really smart move. When I'm done with my work, I just check with Soul Arena, try to relax my mind. It's really fun. It's really amazing. And then also you can interact with different players. I love that game.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had that.
Anyway, Yeah, so to move forward, since I said I'm just a newbie, can you provide tip for those new to Web3 gaming? How would you describe the game? If ever they bump to Solar Arena, oh, what's this game?
Yeah, well, the simplest explanation of it is basically Snake with crypto. So if you've ever played Slither.io, or even if you played Snake back on the old mobile phone, you
Yeah,
can imagine
correct.
that, but it's multiplayer. You're competing against other players. You're trying to collect these points, which we call no chill, and you want to extract with them. And then something that's coming up very soon, actually around the middle of this month, we'll be launching, is what we call high roller mode. And in high roller mode, players will now be able to wager crypto. So we have a native token launching. It's called Chill. Players will be able to use this Chill token to wager in the game. You could wager something like $1 worth of Chill, enter the arena, battle other players. If you kill them, you get to take their loot, which is their Chill.
Yes.
And what you have to do is you have to extract with it. So you never actually get the crypto or the money until you extract. So you could actually build up a lot of money. You could have maybe like $60 on you, but if you don't extract, you don't get to keep the 60. And of course, the more money you get, the riskier it is, because now other people want to kill you and they want to take your money. So yeah, in summary, it's a snake with crypto.
Yeah. So of course, I know, James, developing a game ain't easy, right? So what were the biggest challenges your team faced while developing Solar Arena?
Yeah, so throughout the entire cycle of just building products, because we were in metaverse and then we moved into games and then we moved into Solar Arena, the number one challenge that any startup company faces is building something that people want. It's easier if you're going after a proven target, but if you're building, let's say there's already an existing market.
Yeah.
And you build something for that. You already know who your customer is because their customers are already using this product.
Yes.
For Solar Arena in particular, and this is also the case with Metaverse, we have to understand who wants this product because it doesn't exist yet, right?
Yes.
So it's like, today we call Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, we call all these things social media.
Yes.
But when Facebook first came out, social media wasn't really a thing. There was MySpace, there was like Zynga, but they weren't that big and not everyone used it. So it was still a new industry. And now with like Web3 gaming, it's still a new industry. The definition is vague, right? Some people think Web3 gaming is like Axie Infinity. And we are trying to get a new definition for it with casual games and crypto wagering. So what we need to do is go find out who actually wants this. Like, is it people who like to play casinos?
Yeah.
They now want more different games. Is it people who like to buy meme coins? Is it people who like games but never interacted with crypto before, but maybe now they have a reason to? So there's a lot of experimentation where we have to build fast. We have to show it to people. We have to get feedback, and then we have to build it. We have to make adjustments to it. I'll say that's the biggest challenge, just constantly adapting to feedback.
Oh, that's great. I do believe that the community is the bread and butter of every services. That's why we need to provide action to their feedback. And I'm happy to hear that you are very active on listening to the community of Soul Arena.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So for next, James, AI is becoming the major game changer in the industry, right? So how do you see AI shaping the future of Web3 gaming, and is your team open for AI integration?
Well, we already use AI a lot inside of our company. It's kind of like a force multiplier for any given employee. Each employee is encouraged to use AI in their workflow to become more productive.
Yeah.
But I will say that I'm probably going against the grain here, but AI is a little overhyped in a lot of ways. We hear a lot about AI. You hear a lot of content creators talking about AI, and more recently you see people saying like, oh, look, I can make an AI game in like one day.
Yeah.
The only problem is like, it's only outstanding because the game was made with AI. If we take that part away, most of those games are really bad. Even worse than, potentially Web3 games. From a developer's perspective, a lot of the people who are using a lot of AI to make these games, they don't understand the code. And like I see now happening more and more on Twitter, people are building products and then like the AI will delete a bunch of their code base and the game just breaks and they don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, it bore down.
Yeah, so I don't know. AI is something that's going to make people more productive if they use it correctly.
Yeah.
It's going to make a lot of people really stupid too because they're going to rely too much on it and they're not going to think anymore. In terms of how we use it for a game, and if there's anything that's going to be really important for our game, we're exploring ways to use it as a storytelling mechanic.
Yes.
AI is not consistent enough. You probably use AI yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you talk to it and you want a response and you want it to be like
more interactive, personal.
Yeah, and sometimes it sounds different, right? Sometimes it sounds like really happy, and sometimes it sounds like very direct, and it's not consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have like a personality. And
Yeah,
for a game,
correct.
cohesion is very important. Like we have an art style, we have colors that
Mm-hmm.
we use, we have certain styles that we use, like very
Mm-hmm.
animated, but different in some ways. It's not easy to explain that to an AI and even feed it images and then have it generate stuff that's useful for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, we use AI. I don't think I don't know that games are going to be fully AI anytime soon.
Yes, correct.
But if it starts happening, we'll definitely be taking advantage of it however we can.
Yeah, I also agree with your points because, when I do playing, I want to hone my skills. I want to activate my brain. But if you have the AI, it's easy. You will no longer think, strategize, right? So, yeah, I got your point.
Yeah, it could be
And,
interesting to make AI like monsters or something like that. But the
mm-hmm,
thing is, like I hear this a lot from people who aren't actually in the gaming industry. Like, oh, AI will make monsters like super difficult and hard to fight. It's not
yeah,
hard to make monsters that can kill players. The point is
mm-hmm,
not to make a monster that can kill a player. That's easy. The
yeah,
point is to make the monster just hard enough so that when the player kills it, they feel a sense of accomplishment.
yes, yeah,
And AI is can't do that just yet.
yeah, correct. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe someday we will get there.
Anyway, thank you for answering that, James. For future plans, would you like, or what are the upcoming features or updates that the Soul Arena players can look forward to?
Yeah, so the first and most immediate one is again around the middle of this month. We're targeting 17th to 19th, somewhere in there. We're going to be holding the very first High Roller event. So High Roller is, again, it's a mode where players actually have to play for real money. Right now, everyone is playing for free. You can jump in, play for free, collect no chill. But in High
Yes.
Roller, in order to play, you actually have to put up $1.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, that'll be USDC, but in the future, it'll be our own token, which is the chill token.
Yeah.
And so you have to wager some money. And then, of course, if you kill other players and you loot other players, you'll be able to make money. So that's coming in the middle of this month. And that's the biggest test for us to go towards product market fit, to really validate if people want to wager money in casual games. That's going to be the proof for us. After that, at the end of the month in March, we're going to be launching our token. So that's the chill token.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing an airdrop for Origin holders, for the Challenger
Wow.
holders. These are our NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, our investors will also get the token then as well. And then the token will also then be made public, so people will also be able to buy the token on the public market.
Wow, this is a big scoop.
Yes. Yeah. This is something that our community has been looking forward to for multiple years now.
Yeah, and also to other players or the gamers that haven't tried the Soul Arena.
Yes, you still have time. You still have time to play in this season where you'll be able to get an airdrop. But also, we will be holding season 0.5. Currently, we're in season 0. We'll be holding season 0.5 from April to June.
Yeah.
And there'll be another chill airdrop then as well. So if you are just seeing this video now, you still got months ahead of you to be able to play again for the second airdrop.
It's awesome. Just a question. Is it the chill is under Solana for Solana?
It was under Solana. Yep, it is a
Okay.
Solana SPL token.
I see. Okay, for the community, where can especially our audience follow your project, stay updated, and get even involved with the Soul Arena community?
Yeah, so the two best places, hands down, is going to be X. So just x.com/solarina_io.
Yeah.
The website itself is solarina.io. And then our Discord. Our Discord is quite active. We've got a lot of mods in there. I jump in there periodically. Our team members, and we're always listening to user feedback. We've got some people who've kind of put together little teams that they play together. So our Discord is discord.gg/chillchatgames.
Okay, yeah, I will
I guess you
flash
can find
those.
links.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll flash those on screen.
perfect.
Yeah. By the way, Kevin told me about you have the Hong Kong event this day. As per Kevin.
Not an event, but we are doing a PR announcement, and I think it's going out today. So I think CoinMarketCap just picked up our PR release, and I think it's on there now. So it's just a PR release, letting people know about the upcoming token.
Oh, for this March.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I see. It seems we are so smooth with the question, James. I'm expecting we will run 45 minutes, but it's just 25 minutes.
No worries.
Yeah, so it's my last question now. Before we wrap up, do you have any final message to the Web3 gaming community, your community, and to new joiners? And also to the aspiring Soul Arena gamers?
Yeah, well, I think the first shout out I'll do is just to our community. Our community has been awesome. We've got a lot of people playing the game now. I think on average, we've got around like 200 people playing the game at any given moment. So it's kind of our average concurrent players. So
Yeah.
it means when you hop into a server, you're usually going to be fighting up against other people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what our total user signups are, but I think it's somewhere around like 80,000 or something like that.
Okay.
So shout out to our players already. They're awesome. We got some crazy players who play like 4 hours a day or more, like trying to climb the leaderboards. And then for everybody else, check out Soul Arena. Of course, it's live now in open beta. You can play. Plenty of time still for the airdrops. There's an airdrop coming at the end of this month, end of March, and then we've got another airdrop that'll be coming out at the end of June. All for the players who play the game and collect and extract no chill. If you get no chill, you will get an airdrop of chill. And no chill again being the point system that we have.
Yeah.
We're actively listening to the community. We've got updates going out basically every 2 weeks where we're constantly improving the game. So yeah, I just encourage everyone that sees this to check out the game, play it, hop into the Discord, give us any feedback that you guys have. We're always happy to hear from you guys and keep making the game better. And hopefully let's create a new genre of Web3 games. Ideally, a genre of Web3 games that are actually better than the Web2 counterparts. We think that for Web3 to really stand out, we need games that are better in Web3 than they are if there was no Web3, if there was no crypto.
Yes.
And that's how we'll finally get kind of our mobile gaming era, right? We all know mobile gaming now. We all know there was the PC gaming era, there was the console gaming era, and then there was the mobile gaming era. When we finally discover what makes Web3 games better, we will have new genres of game popping up. And here at Soul Arena, we're trying to do that. So if you want to be part of that, you can start playing the game and
exciting. If I'm not so busy with the work, I'll do the leaderboard. I'll compete myself because it really nostalgia to my younger years because the mobile phone, the Nokia days, Snake, So
we do design with kind of people like you in mind, where we know people are very busy with their lives now. So how do we make games that are easy to pick up, easy to jump in, even if you're busy, you can still make progress. So we'll keep working for people like you as well who don't have all the time of the day.
Thank you. But it's amazing because as a early bird when playing the Soul Arena, I see the progress. It's very fast, unlike the other games that I played. But so kudos to the team. By the way, I just being intrigued why you have this the iconic logo for Soul Arena.
You mean the little hexagon, or you mean the girl Ava?
The girl, the girl.
Yeah, we made Ava because
it's her name, Ava.
Yeah, her name is Ava. Yeah, we made her because we wanted something that was attractive enough that while people were scrolling on social media, they would see her and stop immediately.
Yeah.
So she's kind of our mascot. She's who we use to kind of grab people's attention and get them into our world.
Actually, when I dive into Soul Arena, at first the snake game is out of the logo itself, so that's why I'm very intrigued.
Okay. Yeah. We do need to improve our marketing and our positioning more. A lot of people still don't quite understand exactly what we are when they first find us, so it's something we need to keep working on.
Yes. Thank you so much, James. Yeah. So this has been an insightful conversation with the CEO of Soul Arena. Thank you so much, Sir James Al, for taking the time to share your journey and all the exciting developments happening in Soul Arena. The future of Web3 gaming is really promising. To everyone who are tuning in, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will never miss the update for the hottest Web3 games in the space. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next Web3 Scoop. Bye for now.